Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Look, let's start by understanding this process. It all sounds very simplified and easy. Tell us how this online registration process is going to work. How is it a guaranteed way of placement or what for the children?
Okay, there are two things that we need to do. It's helping us as a department to gather the data that will tell us next year what are the schools that are in demands, how many learners we need to place, and then concomitant to that, we need to then say these are the educators we need to have, these are the textbooks we need to supply, and so forth. And we start early because we want to do that. Let me also now hasten to say, this system only applies for grade 1 and grade 8. If your child is already at school, you just simply go to school, confirm that your child will come back. So it's only for grade 1 and grade 8 that you will have to do this online.
All right. Now, Oupa, how do parents know if their child has been accepted to that particular school, and how soon will they know?
So we're going through a 3-phase process. So the first process that started today, you just create a profile online, so which means you load your details, and next on Tuesday on the 19th, that's when we start with the actual application.
Okay.
So you come back on the 19th to actually do an application for a school. Then the schools, you'll have a choice of 3 schools. All these 3 schools will get a notification. That's what the public will not see, but the schools will receive notification that Mr. or Madam so-and-so has applied to come to your school next year. And that then provides us with information about what schools and where people want to go. Then between June and September, that's when we now start placing. So because the placing depends on how many learners actually pass the grade and how many learners are retained. So that creates then the space. So that's from June, parents will now get communication about which schools have their children being placed at. So next week, when you go online, you will get an SMS notification that tells you to take your documents to the school.
But now, Oupa, children from other provinces, how does the system work in that scenario?
So the system is really designed also for parents who are outside of Gauteng and want to have spaces this year for grade 1 and grade 8, so they can apply online. And we thought online because, I mean, it means that at the comfort of your home, your office, or anywhere
Even
else.
on your phone.
Yes, when you are on, you have online facilities, you can actually do this. But in addition to that, for those parents that would not have these facilities, we've set up help desks to help those parents to apply online.
Okay. Now, Oupa, reports indicate that the online system crashed due to the heavy demand this morning. When will it be restored? People want to know so that parents can continue for those registrations.
Let me then apologize on behalf of the department for that glitch. We really didn't anticipate this much traffic. Last year when we were piloting, it didn't have so much traffic. So 600 people per second want to come on the system. So we need to increase it. It will come back online on Wednesday.
All right. And Oupa, when will the closure of the online registration be? How will the department communicate all the relevant information to the parents as well?
We'll keep on communicating, and we're starting a media and a mass campaign to go with this and we are also keeping the parents and the teachers on board, so we will continue to make necessary announcements.
Very quickly, Oupa, before I let you go, I'm sure some parents in rural areas who do not necessarily have access to online or digital access, how do they still then go to the schools physically to go and apply?
Well, they'll go to those schools where they have, we've set up help desks. They can go to a library, they can go to their local churches, they can go to the Tusanong Center, so anywhere where there's internet. Access.
So this will be the only way to register your child through
for grade
online
1
for
and
grade
grade
1
8.
and grade 8.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Oupa, for that clarification there. Mr. Oupa Bodibe, the Gauteng Education Department spokesperson, and he was taking us through the online registration of school children, which officially launched